We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look, Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called the Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it dump before the snow, we still gon' break holes. If we win the point flip, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth beats. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Panda and Grizzly Show. Here to talk about all the Bears things, and we actually have a few news to actually talk about this time, which is great. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Tank Kramer. How you doing, Tank?
Pretty good. Some news, like you said, finally happened. So,
I mean, might as well. I mean, we have the Hall of Fame game, right? So that means we were able to start. Rookies were able to show up starting Saturday. So, I believe the Texans and the Ravens had their rookies started showing up since Saturday. Unfortunately for us, our top two rookies couldn't show up because you can't come to practice if you haven't signed your contract.
mm-hmm.
We kind of thought possibly that they will sign their contract early this week because last week we said, hey, Hard Knocks is going to be there. Wouldn't it be a cool thing to see them sign on Hard Knocks? And
yeah,
this morning you see Roma Dunze sign, and then not 2 hours later you see Caleb Williams sign. So exactly what we said was going to happen ended up happening. It was like the worst kept secret ever, but it happened. That's all that matters. We got them, and they're ready to go.
Yeah,
got Rasta in there. What up, Rasta?
What's up, man? I can't wait to play fantasy football, man. I was thinking about that earlier today because in the group chat, you guys are talking about the news and stuff like that. So I was like, man, I can't wait to start playing fantasy.
So actually, this funny. We were in the group chat talking about it and saying, so I never realized all first round picks are totally guaranteed contracts. Like that never really occurred to me.
Yeah. All first round picks?
Apparently. So like last year we had Darnell Wright, right? When he signed his contract was fully guaranteed. And then I started reading up on this stuff, and they're like, yeah, all these first round picks are fully guaranteed contracts. Because I thought it was weird. Caleb Williams signed a 4-year fully guaranteed contract for $39.49 million. So that's cool. And they say, it was fully guaranteed contract with a $25.5 million signing bonus, which is awesome. Okay. And then I realized, so as you look through a lot of these contracts, all of them are all fully guaranteed.
That's interesting. Is that something new? I never really paid attention to that.
This is something I didn't even know about until.
I mean, I guess as a Bears fan, we never had to pay attention to it.
So I'm guessing Roma Dunze, who signed what was it, a 4-year, $22 million contract? I think it was. Let me get exact number.
I just had it up here too.
It was a 4-year, 22 point something million contract. So he also is fully guaranteed, basically. Unless they retire, it's fully guaranteed. So,
I mean, you don't expect, these 22, 23-year-old, guys to retire.
Dunze, chosen 9, is expected to receive $13.346 million in signing bonus. And he had it's basically a $22 million contract. With a lot of zeros behind it. So it happened today. We finally got him. Both Ian Rappaport and Dan Graziano all are on top of it, letting us all know what was going on. How do you feel? First thing, how do you feel about the contracts, which are 100% slotted, and we didn't understand what the negotiation was even about?
Yeah.
You have to do the 5th-year option. It's something you have to do. So I have no idea why this was happening, but how do you feel about the contract overall?
That's kind of I think where we were talking about. So it's not bad. It's a pretty decent signing bonus. I never really paid attention to like other like number one QBs going off the board with their contracts. But yeah, I'm cool with it. 4 years. Was it what you said, 39 and then another 25?
So
Signing bonus.
25 was his overall signing bonus.
Yeah. So it's not bad. I'm cool with it. I mean, and then again, like you said, it's everything 4 years, 5th-year optional, all that, crazy stuff. So
And if
it's
he's
all
good, we don't ever worry about that. I mean, that's very rare. It's very rare that you go to that 5th-year option and that's where it stops.
Yeah. I mean, by year 4, we're talking about like, okay, how much are we gonna have to pay him and now and stuff like that, But yeah, I'm cool with it. Roma Dunze too. I think they're both good. No complaints from me, at least. What about you?
I look at this and I realize this is the first step for our window to be open. The Chicago Bears window is open right now. Because if say Caleb Williams is as good as he advertised and can be a playoff caliber quarterback and one of the best quarterbacks the Bears have ever had, because that's not saying anything. If he is that guy, this is the lowest contract that we're ever going to get, and we have 4 years to sign as many people as we can and try to go for it. And this is the first step.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. I mean, you got 4 years now to like, really like by year 4, 3 years. Yeah, because by that 4th year, you should be already playing and not like figuring out still. But by that 4th year, like figure out your O-line problems, on the or at least not offensively, with Caleb Williams, stuff like that. That's really the biggest issue. That's really the biggest issue is solidifying the O-line.
You don't know what to do though, and I think that was the issue. I mean, they have a center out there that they can go grab. They have left tackles that could help, but you don't know exactly what you need to have.
Yeah, I think we get that center. I forgot what his name was. It Williams or
Williams? You think we get Williams from the Dolphins? I think you got to pay him, and if you pay him, he starts. I don't think he's ready for everybody to get in the season, but I don't know if we pay him.
Yeah.
I mean, but there is an option, right? We could pay him, right? And then cut Davis.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a given, right? Like if you get Williams, like you expect to see Davis, like they like that meme where they're like drive past each other. That's what's gonna happen. Like on the way to Ellis, it's gonna be like him walking in, him walking out. Like, wait, what?
But it's hard for them to admit, right? You have to admit that you're wrong on him, man.
I mean,
think Ryan Pace is ready to do that? I'm Pace.
Ryan Poles.
Think Poles is ready to do that? Admit that he's wrong?
I don't know. I mean, I hope so, because if you can't admit that when you made a mistake, especially as a GM, I mean, you're no GM ever in the history of sports has ever batted 1,000. Like every single decision they made is like the best decision. No, so it's like sometimes you got to own up to it and be like, yeah, no, it didn't work out. We're moving on. Because it's better to cut it off now before it becomes a bigger problem. By week 7 or 8 or something like that. You know what I mean? So, and I think Poles is smart. So I'm not gonna say like, oh, he's stupid if he doesn't do it, but I think he's gonna make the best decision for the team. And I don't think I don't know if his pride. He doesn't seem like a dude like filled with pride. I think his pride is in his work. you know. So if the result is good, I think he seems like he's that kind of guy. Like all that matters is the result, and the result is his, is based on his decision. So it kind of reflects him. So
I mean, so Connor Williams is interesting. He's definitely a good center. He's played guard too. So you bring him in and you have a lot of flexibility with where you play him. You know, he began to start his career with Dallas. He blossomed really in Mike McDaniel's office in Miami. He's great in zone blocking schemes. He's got a great first step. He's accurate with his snaps. But when you have someone that has torn the ACL, especially an offensive lineman that's really dealing with their knees, is he going to be ready? Those are hard questions. So even if you do sign him, maybe you have to wait,
mm-hmm.
you know, and keep everyone there. But then do you have too many cooks in the kitchen that doesn't allow your offensive line to gel together?
Yeah.
Those are all hard questions. I'm glad I don't have to answer them.
Yeah, I know. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. You know, and we said that from like the end of last season, you know, with especially with Fields, it's like Ryan Poles' job is on the line. You know what I mean? He reset the clock for himself a little bit by getting a new QB, but you know, there's still a clock. You know what I mean? He's got a couple years. So he's got to figure it out.
So the Rose in here said, I traded Levis for Young. Hey, you should be arrested. That's theft.
Yeah, that's a good one. Wait, why? Just straight up like Levis for Young? Because that seems what's up, Brandon? Levis for Young is
Will Levis for Bryce Young. I mean, they're both young, and if Will Levis does turn in to be anything, I mean, I guess makes sense. I don't believe in Will Levis.
No, same.
Hey, you won that trade. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
But okay, so we have Connor Williams. That's the center that we have an option on. So there is a tackle that's linked to us that they say that we're number one odds to sign. Offensive tackle, play left tackle. He's been injured a lot, and he knows our team because he's played with our hated rivals for years. His name is David Bakhtiari.
Okay.
We are the favorite to sign him.
I like it. I mean,
He's been hurt a lot.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he
like,
has been hurt.
To be a reason. Like, you don't let go of a good tackle for no reason. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't remember the last time I seen him play healthy. Like, I seen him play, but seeing him play healthily, it's a long time. And he would be doing one of those 1 year veteran minimum deals.
Yeah.
To show that you can still play.
Yeah. I mean, if you get for good price,
that'd be hilarious,
man. Yeah.
That's exactly how I felt.
Yeah, I wasn't too bad. I was pretty lucked out. So
still picking up pieces of my lawn everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Bakhtiari, when he's healthy, he is a very good left tackle, and he'll be a great insurance plan. If we have a problem, at left tackle, he can step in, and he'll be an amazing left tackle immediately. If Braxton Jones doesn't have it, and Kieran, Amigadje, whatever, is not ready, then you just let him step right in. But if you sign Bakhtiari, do you have to drop Larry Borom?
Ooh. Oh, that's a good question. Because damn. It's like, because then it comes down to injuries, you know what I mean?
Because you have a third round pick now.
Yeah.
from the guy from Harvard. So you got Braxton Jones, you got Kieran, and then Larry Borom, who could be your backup right tackle. But then you got cut Jay Curran, I tell you, Collins, Theo Benedict. You have to cut all of them, and then that's still 5 tackles. So it's a lot of money being spent on tackle with no real answer. So that's a hard question.
Yeah, but that's kind of the game we're playing right now. Is we're giving these short contracts to these guys to see who wants it. Who's going to be the guy. Who's going to get the big contract. And maybe it's not left tackle. Maybe you move over to right tackle, or you do something else. I don't know, back up to something. So there are some things, like you said, if you get Williams, he starts at center, and now the dude
Ryan Bates has got probably going to start at right guard, right?
Yeah.
Then I have Tevin Jenkins, Ryan Bates, and Connor Williams.
Yeah.
And Nate Davis didn't sign here to be a backup.
Yeah, but I mean, kind of deal with what what you kind of are given. So I mean, if we just release him, like, what's the best way to get rid of him without losing a bunch of money? Just straight up cut him.
Yeah, you have to cut him anyway. I mean, you're gonna lose money regardless. I mean,
yeah,
we're the one that signed him. You'll lose some money, and nothing you can do about it. But you also lose to someone who, when he is healthy, he is good. Nate Davis is 6'3", 316-pound guy. He's only 27 years old.
Yeah.
He has these good feet. He plays well. The question is, if he's always hurt and he's never practicing, how can this line mold? And how can you, because my overall question is, what can the Bears do to ensure that this team is a playoff caliber team? And my first answer is ensure that this line works together and knows how to play with each other. Camaraderie.
Yeah. Like, they need to become one unit. Like, I know it sounds corny and cheesy and but that's exactly for O-line. They need to become one unit. They need to be all on the same page and going. So
I 100% agree.
Yeah. And the only way to do that is by putting them together. So you have to find the guys, you have to put them together, and you have to let them be together for as long as possible, and then they kind of get it going. So
my preference would be to get rid of Davis, move Tevin Jenkins to the right guard, let Ryan Bates play left guard, and then have Connor Williams be your center, with Coleman Shelton then now being your backup center and can play guard. So you have a starter somewhere, all the time. So,
can Bates play left guard?
I believe Bates played left guard before.
Oh, yeah, okay. I always thought it was right guard.
I believe Ryan Bates played left guard, but
he
never got in a game, so I don't know.
Yeah, sure. He hasn't had much playing time in general. To, yeah, but I can see that. I can see Jenkins and Wright on the right side.
Bates made his first career at right guard. He also started in left guard too. He played left guard in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's not too bad.
And also, Ryan Bates is 27 years old, same age as as Davis. If you can figure that out, that might be a good move.
That might be a real good move. I like that.
You know what? I hate getting a hope up for everyone and just find out the Chiefs will win it all again.
It's always
Andy Reid is there.
Yeah.
Andy Reid, and when you have Patrick Mahomes, it's just what happens no matter what you do.
How long has Andy Reid Because he signed a new contract, right?
Yep, he signed an extension.
For how long?
I think it's 4 years.
4 more years. Yeesh. Yeesh. You got 4 more years of that.
Through 2029.
Damn.
And in 2029, he'll be 71 years old and he can ride it off into the sunset.
Wow. What's the oldest head coach like in history?
Oh, that's not even that old. Bill Belichick's older than that now.
Yeah, it's true. Because you got to figure, like in the 70s, like you start getting a little bit older, like, yeah,
I mean, that's not old. I mean, I know Tom Coughlin was very old when he gave it up. How do you think Pete Carroll is?
Ooh, he's got to be like 75.
I want to say Pete Carroll's 73 now.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that's normal. See, the oldest coach in NFL history is 73 years old. That was Romeo Crennel.
Wow.
So I mean,
the previous was George Halas at 72. 72 and 318 days.
So see, there's 3 years added on this. So Pete Carroll is 72 when he got fired, and Bill Belichick is 71 right now, and he was 71 last year. With like a 25-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, here you go. So top 5 oldest coaches. Number 5, Bill Belichick, 71 years, 269 days. Pete Carroll was number 4. Marv Levy,
He was 72.
From
Bills.
Yeah, 72, and then George Halas, 72, and Romeo Crennel, 73.
So
he'll be up
Andy
there.
Reid would be 71. That means he'd be younger than he wouldn't be in the top 5.
Yeah, he won't be top 5, but he's around that spot where like you start to hang it up.
Yeah, but that's in 5 years.
Yeah, that's in 5 more years.
He's 66. Oh, he's not old. Like he's
not going anywhere anytime soon. But I mean, like Derpy, you're like, Chiefs winning it every year. That's a possibility for the next 5 years. And you're just like,
I think I was definitely a guy who was against the Caleb Williams idea. I thought that you get Justin Fields, you go with your guy, you stick with him. But if you're going with him right now, it makes sense. Because you have the general manager. General manager gets to choose his quarterback. You're gonna go with the young guy. You're gonna have 3 years to build a team and put as much talent around him. And guess what? Caleb Williams walks into one of the best situations for any rookie quarterback ever in history. He has a lot of things that he has to work on, but my overall question I keep on coming back to is, how do the Bears get to the playoffs? As I said, the number one thing is O-line, right?
Mm-hmm.
The number 2 thing is to keep Caleb from making mistakes.
Yeah.
You don't want him to throw a lot of interceptions. You don't want him to have a lot of fumbles. If you can keep him upright and keep him from making mistakes, he has talent. His talent is off the charts, right?
Yeah.
I think he, throws for 3,800 yards in his sleep.
Which will make him the Bears' best quarterback, or by at least close to
best
right?
season, at least. Yeah. With the dirty dog, hey guys, just stumbled across you. What's up, new channel? Well, have I just been missing y'all? So we're part of the Dynasty Pylon. We've gone from the Nerd Huddle to the Dynasty Pylon. We have about 394 followers or subscribers. So we do a lot of things fantasy football, but Tuesday is our football Bears show. I focus on the Bears. Me and Tank talk about that because we love Chicago. We love the Chicago Bears. We love talking about them, getting them ready for the season and jumping into training camp. So that's where our focus is going to be, and I cannot wait till we're on Hard Knocks and we can actually go watch the episodes and we can go through the episodes as we go along. So that will be our plan in August. Yeah. So that's who we are.
Yeah. So Tuesdays we do Bears, and then Wednesdays talk a lot of Dynasty, fantasy football, Dynasty IDP as well. Sunday mornings we talk all fantasy football, and we help out with questions and stuff like that, which I can't. Oh, man, it's gonna be so sucky. I'm gonna come in late to that.
I don't know what you're talking about. You ain't gonna be there.
Well, I mean,
you have no choice to be there.
But that is so much fun, and then Tuesdays we do the Bears, So yeah, and this season for the Bears, man, is going to be with, like you said, Hard Knocks. So that all starts super early for us in Chicago, and then training camp right into the Hall of Fame game. Like he won't show. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like once, well, because because the baby will be a month old by then, and I'll still have those days off. Sunday morning, hopefully by then I'll figure it out. Because Sunday mornings are going to be
as
rough.
a man who's been through it. There's no figuring it out. Either you could try to put this time in, but if it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. So there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah.
You become third now. You're now fourth. You become fourth now. Fourth, you're the fourth most important person in your own life. So
yeah. So yeah, but it is fun, whether I'm on the show or in the chat. It's always a blast, So yeah, but appreciate you being here, Dirty Dog. Hopefully you come back.
But I will say this about Nate Davis. If Nate Davis is not healthy in the beginning of this camp, I think we have to go somewhere else. We have to go a different direction. We have to figure out a new direction for him because we can't wait. And it's so funny because I remember when we signed him, the first thing that they said is, Tennessee, the rumor is he does not like to practice.
Yeah.
Guy does not like to practice. He does not like to show up. So how can you make your line overall good? Not him just be a good player, but you're a stable, sturdy line if he's not there day in, day out. And that's exactly what we've gotten. We've gotten a guy who doesn't like to practice. I don't hold this first year against him because, when your mother dies, I mean, a lot of people have a lot of issues with that. And that's difficult. That's very difficult. But it's been since then. He still doesn't like to practice. He still doesn't like to be there. He just seems like he's not part of the team. And that's dangerous.
Yeah. That goes exactly what we were just talking about, like meshing together and being together and working out together and becoming a unit, I mean, yeah. I mean, you get things happen, like you said, things happen in life, but for the most part, you got to kind of figure it out, with the time you do have together. So
exactly. And you know what? And no matter what we say, whatever I say about Caleb Williams, he is our star prized thing, like asset, and we cannot lose that asset because you're not around. Our line has to be together. That's why I'm not afraid to put Tevin Jenkins. I think Tevin Jenkins and Darnell Wright on the right side of the line. That young power is amazing. Can move people. And if you put a strong center there that can tell them where to go, ooh, that's a start of a really good line. And then you have, your left side. If Braxton Jones is that guy, that it'll be interesting. We have the room. Brian Bates can play both sides. So if he does it, I will be very, very interested in seeing that.
I like that.
Good start to the actual football instead of continuous speculations.
Exactly.
Just glad they signed. You know what? My worry was we'll get into, next day, tomorrow, get into Thursday, and they don't show up. And this is slotted contracts. The contract is not anything different really than what we saw coming forward from the slot. This is what they told you. He's going to sign a 4-year, $39 million contract. Guess what he signed? A 4-year, $39.49 million contract with a $25.5 million signing bonus. That's what we got. He's talking about he doesn't want to sign the 5th year option. It doesn't matter. It's collectively bargained. So for him not to sign it, I would have been worried going forward. But it happened. And Roma Dunes, they did the same day. But we heard that they were making great progress with him, and then that was going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I forgot about that, because it's like it was like you said, collectively bargained. It was like the players union, like has all this planned out. So you're gonna get what everyone else is mostly gonna get. Every other first rounder, first pick kind of QB guy.
We say that, but then JJ McCarthy wanted to wait till Caleb Williams signed before he signed.
I
don't blame him. Which I don't understand, because you're slotted.
I mean,
he's still the 5th quarterback.
Yeah, you're gonna get paid whatever that position as a QB gets paid. But I don't blame him, because I don't want to be the first guy to break ranks, but also if he's gonna get paid, I want to get paid. You know what I mean? But I just don't want to be the first guy to like
literally you can't though. I mean, that's the thing. You're not me. So now if it was Jaden Daniels, that'd been one thing. But for JJ, I just don't understand. And JJ can wait. He can afford to wait because he doesn't have to start.
Yeah.
He's not going to start. So Caleb has to be in camp. He has to get his cadence together. He has to get the O-line ready. He has to go against this great defense that's flying around. Because if he doesn't, he won't be ready. His team won't be ready. So Derry Dog said Nate Davis could be who he used to be, but I bet he's on a short leash if he doesn't perform to expectations. And I agree. And that's the way I'll treat him. And I'll keep Connor Williams on speed dial. And I will even work through negotiations, because if I want to pull that trigger, I want to have it all set out. And this is what we're going to do. And let them know that I'm still interested if it doesn't work out. And I'll even be honest. I'll talk to Nate Davis and say, hey, look, we brought you here. You were my first signing. I wanted you, but you haven't been available. Then the best ability is availability. And if you're not available, this offensive line cannot function the right way. So we want you, the best you have now, showing us what you got. Because as I said, he's talented, he's powerful, he has great feet, he has a great punch. He knows what he's doing when he's ready to play and when he's healthy. But if he's not going to be that guy, all those things don't matter. Yeah. The NFL came up with that rookie sliding after the crazy contract of Sam Bradford. Do you guys remember that?
No.
Sam Bradford signing?
I remember it, but I don't remember the details.
So his contract was like $149 million, and he came in making more money than almost every quarterback in the NFL before having a snap. And that's when they said, we can't have this anymore.
Yeah. That's where I remember him getting paid like he was like the highest. But
that was happening every year, over and over again.
Yeah.
Let's say his rookie year he signed it's a 6 year, so it's a 6 year, $78.045 million contract with a $17.8 million signing bonus. So 6 years, $78 million. He walked in top 5 contract without playing the game.
Damn.
Yeah, and if that money, $50 million was guaranteed. Since average salary is
solid rookie. That is one hell of a rookie.
Can you imagine that? Like right immediately, his average salary was $13 million. The signing bonus was $17.9 million. $50 million guaranteed. Is a $6 million 6-year deal. Just compare. That was in 2010. This is 14 years later. And Caleb Williams signed a 4-year, $39 million contract. 14 years later in the NFL. That's how crazy that was at the time. And you had to get your hands around that, because the contracts were just going to be crazy for someone who didn't play. And I know NFL players didn't like it. Why would you want someone who has to play in the NFL to get paid that much?
Yeah.
I never liked that, and I always understood it, but it's changed the game. So these rookie sliding contracts now has changed the game so much because now that's your window of opportunity. Signing these rookies, if you catch a lightning in the bottle like you have CJ Stroud, right? You have now 2 or 3 years, put all the people around him you can, and you go for that championship because you're only paying him $10 million instead of paying him 50.
Yeah, add another couple of zeros next to that. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine having extra $40 million to make your team?
Mm.
What would you do with that money? Well, how about you sign the highest price free agent?
Yeah.
Wide receiver. You bring Stephon Diggs in.
Weapon. Yep.
You re-sign your tight end. You could add on to your line. You could go sign Danielle Hunter for a $20 million deal per year. All because your quarterback is only making $10 million.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I mean, you're going to have a lot of these guys who want to chase a championship. You know, like you got that, like you said, you got that young guy who is guaranteed money. So you know, you don't have to fight for him for your money, you know, so you can go in and hopefully sign a good 3-4 year contract, you know, with him writing his rookie contract and try to make something happen, you know.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for Arizona to get good again because I believe JJ Watt will sign with either Arizona Cardinals or the Houston Texans. If they make it, you know, in the playoffs and they look like they're good, JJ will play 4 or 5 weeks. He'll play. That's why he works out every day. He's ready.
Yeah.
Just checking, just waiting his turn.
Damn, he hasn't signed anywhere.
JJ Watt hasn't played in 2 years.
Fuck.
Just waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. How much do you think he would get paid if he goes somewhere?
I think he'll ask for a minimum because it'll be a prorated contract.
Hmm. Yeah.
So if he signing him the last 4 weeks of the season, getting ready for the playoffs, even if he makes the Super Bowl, it means you only paying him 8 weeks at the most if you're the wild card.
Yeah. That's a pretty good discount if you do it like that prorated. What you said, league mini. Oh my god!
And like you can imagine, JJ Watt would probably ask for $2 million. That would be a prorated contract, $2 million for a star. But here's the issue: if you do that, you can do that quarterback. I don't know if you could do that at defensive tackle.
That one's kind of interesting because $2 million is a lot for like 4 games, maybe like you said, maybe up to 8 if you go to the Super Bowl.
Remember, he was making $26 million before he left.
A lot.
So, and that's the difference between you making or losing the Super Bowl. $2 million is nothing. Speaking of Arizona, who has a better rookie season, Marvin Harrison Jr. or Rome? And I'm gonna throw in or Malik Neighbors because Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Neighbors are both going into a situation where they're the number 1 wide receiver. Rome Odunze is going to a situation where at best he's a second, most likely he'll be third.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably gonna have the best year. I think they have the best year.
So I was talking to Martin about that. Martin, who's doing the Jags episode tomorrow. Martin does team breakdowns for each team in the NFL and then gives a record what he thinks is going to be. We have a whole chart set up. We want to make sure that we will tell exactly who's going to make the playoffs, and then we go from there. He is actually going to do the Jacksonville Jaguars tomorrow morning. So, we a little bit fell behind a little bit, but we're going to get all these done during training camp. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll do that, and then we'll get the Lions out the way, and then we get that hated team up north that I will refuse to talk about their names. I don't even like the color green. I don't like nothing about them. So you know what I say about them.
Green and yellow is trash.
exactly what they are. But going back to that question, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Rome. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be because the number one wide receiver, but he actually has talent on there, right? On his team.
Mm.
You know, he might have what if you're looking at fantasy rankings, the number 3 tight end in all NFL.
Yeah.
On his team, he has a cool rookie running back to go along with James Conner. There's some ways that you can take some catches away from Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's not a guy who's very selfish. So I can see him working with everybody. He's going to work with Zay Jones. He's going to work with Trey McBride. He's going to work with these guys. Kyler Murray's going to be coming off a year that a little bit disappointing. So he's looking to throw the ball, but I think he might have numbers maybe 200 yards more than Rome Odunze. I think Rome was going to do about 740, 750.
Okay.
I can see Marvin Harrison just making 1,000, something like that.
Okay.
Now,
yeah,
Malik
I
Neighbors.
see that. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, that's how you brought up Neighbors.
I think Malik Neighbors outdoes them all with a terrible quarterback because he's the only weapon there. Exactly.
Oh, man, but do you think he'll get hurt? Do you think he'll might miss a few more games because he'll be overplayed? He'll be over attacked by DBs and linebackers. Like everyone's gonna go after him because, like you said, he's the only dude. So he's gonna have to work for a lot of his catches.
No, I think that they're going. You still have to respect offense. Daniel Jones can run the ball. I don't know how well he throws the ball, but he can run the ball. What they're going to find out is that Malik Neighbors is great. He's the most talented wide receiver with the ball in his hand. All right, he's the most explosive. He reminds me a lot of DJ Moore, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's faster. So, like, he get the ball in his hand, he can take off. So, I think Malik Neighbors has better numbers. I believe Rome Odunze is going to be the best wide receiver out of the 3, though.
Okay.
Overall, I believe out of the 3, Rome Odunze, he has the best hands. He has the best route running. He can play with a lot of different players. He's dynamic. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have to rely a lot on Kyler. I think he's with a better quarterback for his system. So I think Rome is going to have an overall better lifetime as a wide receiver. I think Malik Neighbors has better numbers.
Okay. That's going to be interesting to watch. Maybe for sure.
Let's see. If Rome is advertised, though, he may not get as many yards or receptions, but he is the guy in the red zone and snag a ton of touchdowns. And if you watch Washington, the dude catches touchdowns. It's just that's just what he does. Contested catches. Marvin Harrison Jr. is good. No one's better than Rome Odunze on all these contested catches. So I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm hoping, man, is something we've been lacking for forever. For as long as I can remember, man, is like once we got to the red zone, like just shit hit the wall, man. It was like we forgot how to play football sometimes once we got in the red zone. Now, with the tight ends we got with Rome, with Swift, I'm hoping our red zone percentages are like really, really good. I'm kind of curious. I need to look up what they have been in the past maybe like decade even. Because I don't think they're that great, but
I think we'll be a little bit better than you think. Your dog said his CC percentage, his contested catch percentage in college was insane. That's what you're saying. Contested catch, it was. Rome Odunze, like if there's 3 guys going up for the ball and 2 of them are defense and him, he had more than a 60% chance of catching the ball and going down with it. His contested catches were amazing. He played with a quarterback that threw the ball up there and gave him a chance. And he's a monster. He is a special wide receiver. And that's why I think him playing here next to DJ Moore or across from DJ Moore is sensational. I think it's a match made in heaven. He's going to learn a lot. I love what we're getting for this. Keenan Allen might be better to just show us how to be a professional than anything.
Yeah.
It was 73% was his contested catch.
73%?
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm pretty much 3 out of 4 times he's gonna catch it. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, once again, he did have a quarterback that threw the ball up there, gave him opportunities. But even you watched the national championship game. I mean, was Rome Odunze one of the most, electrifying, guys that kept him in the game when Washington was playing. I mean, that's what he's that good. But I believe he's on a more talented team, so I don't think his numbers will be there. But I'm telling you, year 2, they might not even sign Keenan. I think that's why Keenan Allen has to sign that extension, because the Bears are not sure how good Rome Odunze is going to end up being. And if Rome Odunze is as good as we think he could be, maybe you save money by paying him, or letting Keenan Allen walk.
Yeah, like we don't need you. Like we got what we need. Yeah,
I can see it. So, want to see him challenge the rookie record for receiving touchdowns. Randy Moss is 17.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
Be cool, but yeah, that's a lot. It's also a lot for asking from
the third wide receiver.
A third wide receiver and your quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, because it's don't forget, it's still Caleb's first year.
Well, I mean, Caleb Williams has been very talented, and he's able to throw. He's actually really good in the red zone because he's very accurate, and he has to use the threat of run to pass the ball. And to have DeAndre Swift there does help. But let's say Caleb Williams has a wonderful year and throws 30 touchdowns. 30. All right. I think DJ Moore gets somewhere between 8 to 10 of those. Let's say he gets 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say Keenan Allen gets, let's go a low number. Let's go 7. Okay. So that's 16, right? Let's say Cole Kmet gets 5. All right. That's 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
That only leaves 9 touchdowns for Rome Odunze. And in that situation, he could lead the team in touchdowns, 9 or 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And that's what 30 touchdowns being thrown by Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
So that's why that number 17, I think it would have been more possible before Keenan Allen. But after Keenan Allen, I think it's kind of hard to get to that number. But I would love to see it. if we were in week 10, I'm like, he's at 12. I'm like, go for it.
Yep.
Throw every ball to him. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, just I don't know, maybe because I'm a team player. If I was like DJ Moore, I was like, no, we're gonna get you to that number, man. We're gonna get you. Because
DJ Moore would say, give me my 1,300 yards receiving, and we'll get you that number. He'll catch a touchdown. He'll tip it over to him.
Oh no, I was gonna say he like catches it, but then runs it down to like the 1 yard line and then goes out of bounds. It was like, now you can get your touchdown.
Martin chimed in and said, I don't think he'll get it.
No.
He's going to be JSN.
Ooh.
I think he'll be a little bit more better than JSN at catching the ball.
I think so.
I think he's better and catching touchdowns. I think that he'll be better than JSN. I think his yardage will be almost exact to JSN.
Yeah.
We have to roll. Martin, he's way better than JSN. Yeah, but it's not just the how good he is. It's also when you're slotting, his role in this offense. So remember, this is Waldron who's coming from Seattle. So he's not just pulling JSN out of thin air. He's calling from Shane Waldron's offense, right? And then they had a lot of tight ends in it, and they had 2 other receivers there. So when you look at it, you understand that though JSN, I think Rome is way better than JSN. You have to realize that he's in the same situation. So if JSN, I think, has 7 touchdowns, I can go for Odunze getting 9 or 10. But that's probably it.
Yeah.
Unless Rome Odunze is the next big thing, and we just don't know about it.
Yeah, it just really pops off out of nowhere. Well,
today. This season as a rookie under Allen and DJ, no way. I got you. He says he is in the JSN role.
yeah. So you're not saying like he's gonna be that level of talent. It's just he's gonna get similar numbers, which
it's his role.
Yeah,
That's just his role.
I agree. Yeah, he'll probably get less catches, with probably the reception percentage, whatever, number of thrown to and catch is going to be better than JSN last year, but it's probably going to be about the same amount of yards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's what you said. So,
okay. Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase both had 13, so let's give him 14.
That'd be awesome, man. Can you imagine? We're like right off the bat, like boom, here's Caleb, and here's a receiver that had a rookie year like JJ and Chase, bro.
With DJ Moore already there,
like Keenan Allen, you're like, sorry, bro, like you're already like.
But Keenan, you gotta remember, Keenan Allen has had over 100 receptions in every season for the last 5 seasons.
He's not a pushover, man.
This is what this is what he does.
Yeah, I mean, I know we keep dissing him, but like he's a really good receiver.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to Google real quick. Google, if you can, Google the top wide receivers of last year, as far as receiving yards and catches, receptions. We'll do receptions first because you can't do both. So just do top wide receivers 2023 in receptions. I believe DJ Moore and Keenan Allen will be on that same list, and their numbers would be eerily close.
Let's see. So number one, CD Lamb, this is in 2023, right? He's got 135, Hill 119, St. Brown 119, Pittman 109, Keenan Allen 108, Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore 96. And then who else you wanted to add?
No, those are the two. I mean, Keenan Allen, you'd be surprised, like 109. He had 109 receptions last year. And he was hurt.
Yeah. I would think DJ Moore, didn't he no,
he was hurt a little bit,
he had,
but also
he had the backup quarterback too that was in for a bit.
But DJ Moore's his entire career has been with backup quarterbacks. So that's just how it works.
Yeah, true. But I mean, you got AJ Brown was 106, Puka 105, Thielen 103, Chase 100. So that would put DJ Moore at 12th overall and Keenan Allen at 5th overall for just receptions.
Yeah, but also Herbert was a better quarterback, pure passing quarterback than Justin Fields was.
Yeah, but look, so those numbers, right? Keenan Allen, when it comes to targets, he was 150. Which puts him at 10th for targets. DJ Moore is at 16 with 136 targets. So, and that puts him all the way down from 12 to 16. So,
just saying. And then yards, DJ Moore had what, 1,309?
He had more. He was number 6. He had the 1364, and Keenan Allen had 1243.
Because he's an explosive guy.
Yeah, and then touchdowns were 8 and 7. DJ Moore had 8.
And that's what you're going to get, 8 and 7. That's kind of what I was even saying when we were going through our thing. 8 and 7, something like that. It's going to be numbers. Either way it goes between those two. That's 15. And if you throw in Cole Kmet, that's 20. And then if all the rest go around Odunze, that's still only 10.
Yeah.
The Rose says, I am a Charger fan. Keenan is no pushover, but Rome is an elite prospect. And DJ Moore is great too. It's wild to say that all will be productive. I think they will.
Oh, is it wild? No, it's not. It's not wild. They definitely will. They definitely will. Yeah.
I think they're going to have games where I can see two guys having over 100 yards, and even the guy who doesn't have 100 yards, I have 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at like the top 20, for like for receptions. None of them are on are any of them on the same team? Yeah. Godwin, Evans on the same team.
AJ Brown and Smith.
AJ Brown and Smith, they're on the same team. They're in the top 20, for reception wise. But then you're looking at like two guys who were in like the top 20 last year are on the same team this year. Yeah. They're definitely gonna give similar numbers. I think Keenan Allen might get a little less just because I think
But Keenan Allen also got a lot of his catches because Mike Williams was hurt, so you had to go to Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
because Palmer was the other option, so you had to go there all the time.
Yeah,
he had to go back to the well. He just catches the ball, uses his hands very well, and catches the ball and gets down. And all he does is gets a lot of first downs. So Rose says Adunze will get 8 touchdowns. I'm calling it now. I'm going for 10. I am hoping for 10.
10, damn. Okay.
Yeah. Barry Dog says it's a great convo to be having. First about the Bears. Time in my lifetime to have such a high hopes. It is the best time. First time that I've actually had high hopes. I am just under 40. Tank was a little bit older than me, so he was
technically under 40,
almost aware, almost aware. He'll be, he got a whole 3 months. He was almost aware when the Bears had a Super Bowl. I can't believe I can say I'm gonna be 40. If we don't win this year, it'll be 40 years of my life. I've never seen a Bears Super Bowl. But you know what? I also think Chicago, I don't know if we'll be able to handle it.
Yeah.
We might blow up.
Yeah. In our lifetime, we saw the Bulls. Bulls was back in the, in our childhood.
Yeah, blessed with that. Yes. Lucky with Mike.
Yeah. Sox got one. Then we got the mini dynasty of the Blackhawks.
Yeah, Taze and Kane. Come on.
Cubs finally broke the curse in our lifetime. None of that compares to if the Bears win a Super Bowl.
It would be like the Cubs, the Bulls, and the Blackhawks all won on the same day, and there'll still be more Bears fans. If you add all of them together.
Yeah.
The Bears are my favorite team in the division, but yeah, I'm a diehard Chargers fan. It's gonna be a tough year for you, but you have another ex-Bear and Harbaugh there, you might be okay.
Yeah.
Every team needs to have a little Bear in them, and that's why I'm going with.
Yeah, the Chargers might, like you said, might have a rough year, but you have a good future to look forward to. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? Like, like things are gonna move in the right direction.
I don't know if it's gonna be bad. I think Harbaugh has always gone to a team and he's made it better.
Yeah, like almost instantly. So yeah.
Said Dirty Dog says 63 here. Never heard anyone ever debate the most touchdowns by a Bears receiving core.
Yeah.
I am. And you know what? It's funny because I guess we were drinking the Kool-Aid. I think that's what's going on. We're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Maybe. But it's hard. Look, like I just told you, 2 guys in the top 20, of receptions and like all receivers in and they're both on our team. And we got one of the best receivers in the draft. Like, damn, plus you got your tight ends.
Yep. You got running backs that can catch the ball.
Right. Yeah. So it's like everything on paper looks good. Just gotta work out the kinks with the rookie quarterback and
training camp matters a lot now, guys.
Yeah.
This matters so much.
Super
Don't bash the Flukes. The Flukes. We're not bad at Eberflus. Not bashing him at all. He's a ball coach. I played football a long time. He's what you think about when you have a ball coach. I just think Harbaugh has a better track record. That's why I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, when we're saying bad, we don't mean anything from Chicago. We mean what the Chargers had before. Oh my God, he was awful. They had awful coaching, and he came from the Bears, so I feel bad about that. So. Get the role and said, at least we have a real head coach. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he was awful. Staley was a real head coach, is what I meant. But Staley. So I told you he just wasn't. He didn't make good decisions at the end of the games. He wasn't prepared for what he was doing. He made bad clock management decisions. And he made bad end of the game decisions. There's 3 times the Chargers should have went on to the second round of the playoffs, get out of wild card, and he single-handedly snatched the win from defeat. Like you're going to win, and he snatched it out and said, "No, we're going to lose." This is what I believe.
Yeah. And times like those, man, those are the moments that make or break coaches. And sometimes you think you're smarter than your opponent. You overthink things, and
he just was awful.
At the end of the game, man, I feel like if I was like the owner, I was like, cool, 2 minutes left, give it to the assistant coach. like shut up. Like go give us some Gatorade.
Brandon Staley I just wasn't ready for the job. I think he got it too quickly, and that was the biggest problem.
Yep. I see that. Did he go anywhere?
Hell no.
Well, a former head coach, I'm sure there's some teams that would like to bring him on as
only if he's a good one. He was decent as a defensive coordinator. He was decent, but I don't think anyone graduated. Oh no, he said he was assistant coach for the head San Francisco 49ers.
Uh-huh.
He is assistant, so San Francisco.
So he's a Niner.
Yep.
He's the assistant coach. That might be the best spot, man. That might be a good spot for him.
He's actually the assistant head coach. San Francisco's going to go down this year, guys.
No, he's the assistant to the head coach.
Gotta let the dogs out. Glad I found y'all. So subscribe. I'll be back. Night, y'all. Thanks, Dirty Dog. I appreciate you coming by. We're actually going to get out of here too, because we do our shows during the off season. So we passed our hour point. I want to make sure we get that in here, guys. I want to thank everyone for coming by. I want to thank Tank for being in here and keeping me honest. Guys, I cannot wait to talk next week, because next week we'll talk about real football. Do you realize we're only 3 weeks away from an actual football game?
Mm-hmm.
There's only 3 Sundays left without football.
Yeah. Man.
This sounds good, doesn't it?
just to see, even preseason at this point, I'm good with it. We gotta do something for the Hall of Fame game, man.
Oh, we're gonna do a watch party or something. So we'll be on here, guys, talking about this. We'll do like some type of watch party where we can all synchronize and get in here. Even though Tank won't be here, he's trying to get everything set up for everyone else. He won't even be here, but I will be here with you guys, talking about the Bears, watching this game. I cannot wait for more football. Thank you guys for jumping in here. Thanks for all your comments. If you guys are watching this later, throw your comments in there. I like to read all the stuff, any comments you guys have, anything you're thinking. I want to hear it all. So for me, Brian the Grizzly, and Tank Kramer over here, we will see you next week. Same Bears time, same Bear channel, and I'll be on Wednesday. Dynasty Pylon. Please hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys later. Later.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so